Today, we're going to talk about a very important topic: self-worth. But why is this so relevant? Because it directly affects our relationships, both with others and with ourselves. Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, people just don't appreciate you? At work, in relationships, or even among friends, it seems like your opinion doesn't matter, that you don't get the respect you deserve. But what if I told you that this has less to do with others and more to do with the way you see yourself? The truth is simple. When you value yourself, the world values you too. In this video, you're going to discover how to build unshakable self-esteem, assert yourself with confidence, and earn the respect of those around you. I'll show you why the way you see yourself defines how others treat you, and how small mindset shifts can completely transform your life. So, if you're tired of being ignored or underestimated, watch until the end, because this could change everything. Many people ask me, why does no one take me seriously? Why don't my relationships last? Everything seems fine at first, but then the person disappears, and I don't understand why. Others say, I'm a serious man. I want a real relationship, but no woman sees me that way. What am I doing wrong? These doubts reveal a bigger problem. The way we present ourselves to the world influences what we attract into our lives. Recently, I watched a lecture by a human behavior expert, and he shared a story about a client who was frustrated because she wanted a serious relationship, but couldn't find a partner with the same mindset. She was beautiful, independent, had a successful career, and seemed to have everything for a stable relationship. So, what was the problem? During one session, the expert decided to look at her Facebook profile. Most of her photos showed her in a bikini, holding drinks at parties and nightclubs. In the next consultation, he showed her these images and explained, "Look at what you're projecting to the world. The men who see these photos will be attracted to your body and the fun moments, but not to your essence." That made me reflect. At the gym, I've noticed women wearing very tight clothes, strategically positioning themselves to attract attention. This is not a criticism, just an observation. Many people seek external validation instead of cultivating their true essence. If your main way of attracting someone is your appearance, there will always be a risk of being replaced by someone more physically attractive. Beauty fades. There will always be someone with a more defined body or a more striking style. But what about your essence? That is unique. Men also fall into this trap. Many try to impress with luxury cars, expensive clothes, and a successful image. But does that bring true connections? If a woman is interested in him only for his money, she will replace him as soon as someone richer comes along. And he will be stuck in a superficial cycle without true love. That's why you should invest in yourself, in your knowledge, in your intelligence. Nothing is more interesting than a person with culture, good stories, and an inspiring worldview. Have you ever talked to someone very attractive, but after a few minutes the conversation felt empty because they had nothing meaningful to say? And the opposite? Have you ever met someone who, at first glance, didn't catch your attention, but over time, turned out to be incredible? That happens because what truly captivates us in someone is their essence. The world responds to the energy you project. If you see yourself as someone worthy of respect, people around you will perceive that. But if you don't believe in your own worth, others won't believe in it either. That's why self-worth is fundamental. When you value yourself, you attract people who also recognize your worth. Pay attention to what you share and how you present yourself to the world. If your posts are overly sensual, you will attract men only interested in that. If you want something serious, start taking yourself seriously first. Ask yourself, am I respecting myself? Am I valuing myself? A man who falls in love with your inner self is unlikely to replace you with someone else. Furthermore, your image and energy have a huge impact on how others see you. This doesn't mean you have to fit into superficial standards, but rather that you should take care of your appearance and the energy you emit. People who take care of themselves, who dress in a way that aligns with their personality, and who exude confidence naturally attract more respect. Remember, the way you treat yourself reflects how others treat you. If you dress carelessly, don't pay attention to your posture, and express yourself hesitantly, you're telling the world that you don't care much about yourself. But if you take care of your appearance, walk with presence, and radiate confidence, people will automatically see you differently. What attracts people the most isn't beauty, it's intelligence, self-esteem, and authenticity. When you have those qualities, you attract people on the same wavelength. As I always say, don't chase butterflies, cultivate your garden, and they will come to you. Invest in your growth, in your financial independence, in your knowledge, and in your essence. When you grow, you have options, and you can choose. Solomon, one of the wisest men in history, said, "Seek wisdom. Use everything you have to gain understanding, for wisdom is worth more than gold and silver." Knowledge opens doors that no material thing can. Your body may be attractive today, but over time, looks change. However, your intelligence and essence only grow. Take care of your appearance, but don't display it as if it's the only thing you have to offer. Finally, one of the most powerful factors in being respected is having a purpose and staying focused on your growth. People who know what they want and work toward it have a different energy, a presence that inspires respect. Think of any great leader or successful person you admire. They believed in themselves, followed their goals, and as a result, earned respect and recognition. If you want others to take you seriously, you must first take yourself seriously. Define your goals, work on your development, and focus on building a life aligned with who you truly want to be. Now, imagine two versions of yourself. One who continues accepting anything, living with insecurity, and waiting for others to recognize your worth. And another who values themselves, asserts themselves, is confident, and knows exactly where they're going. Which version will attract more respect? Which one do you want to be? The choice is yours, and the transformation starts now. If this video resonated with you, tell me in the comments. Which of these changes will you apply first in your life? And if you want to keep learning how to evolve and build the best version of yourself, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because here, you'll find the steps to becoming someone truly respected and valued. A big hug, stay blessed, and see you in the next video.